Good evening once again to another episode of We Economy, and for this week we dey discuss a very interesting topic. For those of you where they use social media, we notice recently them pull out a list, and people them really want to know if this list here where US government pull out, whether rumors where they circulate, and but amongst that list for we been say we see them place Salone amongst the orange countries them, like the countries them we fall under the orange flag. That's na countries them where they don't put sharp visa restrictions them on, and this don't they bug boku people them. Waiting this go mean for Salone? Waiting go don't come about with this kind of situation here, and how will they able to come out of them kind of situation them day? And so before we delve into the program today, I be want to una get this perspective and this understanding. Me where they bring the program come to una, my name na Bimba Kamara. And famulem, through the program, we get to be joined by Dr. Stephen Adams, we na an expert inside issues them related to Salone and other country the relation them. And also we get for the open the phone line. This trip here we get for open the phone line twice. In fact, maybe more than how we've been on the open, I mean, with other segments them. And Famulem, if you want to give you perspective on this particular program today, you go call the number 072 641 729. 072 641 729. So I mean, beaucoup people they try for understand waiting bim come with this issue here and how Salone reached to the point where we did so. So if we been on the follow online on social media, we've been see a couple of people them in the share a countries them into three broad aspects them. On the first one, you get countries them where them be put under the red list, and the red lists now been the countries them where they don't outrightly ban. And then countries them about them 11, it means they don't get no opportunity or no way for let them able for go inside USA, even if they get visa. And the second list where we see, sorry, the second part of the list now countries them we fall under the orange flag. And with the orange flag, you get approximately about 10 countries them as well, of which Sierra Leone they part of them. And then this list here talk about countries them particularly we get sharp visa restriction. So waiting this go mean say not to say all man the number or that you able go inside America or no. Now that certain people and we go and go, for example, you say you're not tourist, you want go inside America, then go down place a ban, then go you get for go through a period of scrutiny where then get for what you visa begin ask waiting at the reason we make you want come. You they get a long process before they actually allow you for go inside this. Sometimes in the possibility for let you even get the requirements or for let you pass the requirements for let you go inside America will be very tough. This not apply to every other citizen inside the country or we fall under that list today. Like them big businessmen, them now we go and go do business. Some of them can they get easier measures them. And so Sierra Leone fall under that category there. And the third list of countries them we've been seeing are the yellow lists. And with the yellow now countries them we forget about 60 days them for let them able for address issues them related to them visa before then they able for come inside United States. Now, generally, while people then go they say, okay, Sierra Leone not fall under the red list, it still there is concerns as to how and whether or not this not good something for less alone come inside then kind lists them here so. And so, what's been actually come about with this now this? A couple of days ago, list being come out, you where they watch Reuters or you where they follow New York Times, then been say the United States Department's been pull out a list. It been pull out actually a press release where them say we be list all them countries them here, and the fear is that the people them actually they say the list will come on not to be from the United States specifically say this not something where the news pull or this not something where the media pull. It is that people them they say now like a leak nine come off from the US Department, from the State Department, sorry. And in fact, that leak they will come out is still subjected to, not to say that the final list is still subjected to approval by the US by the United States Secretary of State when Marco Rubio. And so after we go don't make an approval, then that list they go be finalized. And so the concern will come about with that list will come on at that. One, the United States been get that draft then na memo we been they go around them administration, and the draft we then gets na been that one countries them the way boku where they get visa, where they get passport security issues them, like sometimes you you details them on your passport, no biometric, sometimes then they even enough for let the United States decide say okay, this is qualified for like able inside we country, and so them measures them they come, and where all them factors them are put together, we they get a concern now, or the US they get a concern now. Can we actually go through with this? We go still able for encourage them country them here for go they come inside we country, and whether or not then they get implications them. And so before we delve further, I go one invite inside the studio Dr. Stevens, we get for camp provide a perspective to we on waiting at your own view on these visa restrictions them here, and the general list we come on in fact, and whether this get for affect Sierra Leone, and in which manner this they affect Sierra Leone, and waiting Salone gets for do for let we able for come on inside any kind of situations them here. So family, we take a quick break, and when we come back, Dr. Adams they join me in the studio. Una welcome back as we dey continue with the show. Family with me at the studio na Dr. Stephen Adams. And Dr. Stevens, tell family Madu.
Family, good evening.
Okay. So Doc, you don't dey inside this game here for a while. You don't dey see how countries and they move. What in generally can they make US they get them kind of situation there? They put countries in and then list here. And what can they lead to than this? So?
Before I answer this question, let me put this thing into a clear perspective first. Okay? Like you say in your introduction, this is not just I go call a rumor. It's not certain yet. It's not to a formal communique we come out inside the White House. Not to the State Department, not on any format yet. This is not like a leak when newspaper they leak. That's not one. Two, I follow 3 different newspapers, reputable newspapers in the US. The first one lists 41 countries. On that list, Sierra Leone no dey. The second one, Reuters, lists Sierra Leone, but in the yellow zone. New York Times lists Sierra Leone in the orange zone, when the amber, when the bad one was already. So there is no consistent reporting on Sierra Leone so far. So if finally we know this, and let we treat them cautiously. That not tell me say not an important topic for talk about. It's an important topic for talk about, but let we know. Say now certainly Sierra Leone don't do so and so, and Sierra Leone do so and so here. No, one a rumor, and not certain, and two, we don't really know who side Sierra Leone. Even if Sierra Leone is on that list, we don't know who side they, because 3 different newspapers, 1 no put Salon at all, 2 put Salon in yellow, 3 put Salon in amber. So we don't know who side.
So what can they bring country in them for they on that list? This one.
This time that's a good question. So many things. The US they look at so many things for blacklist countries. One thing is how you control your border system. Basically, your own country, how you control your own border. How accessible your country there, how people they freely enter and exit. If people they freely come to your country and come out, US go take and say you're not a hub, a transit hub for people that can and go to their country with less desirable. 2, within the same, how you control your own border, how easy a day for let people get your passport. If so many people from other countries they easily enter your country, and then people then they get access to your passport, and then people that you're not able to trace them within your country. If something happen, you don't get any way for trace them saying that this person don't do this and this. US go take you as a porous border, like a transit port, which are very porous where people that can able to pass through and come to you and go out there. Then another point. So many other points. Another point is governance as well. How well you they govern your people there? Because US get so many arsenal na in wardrobe where they use for control countries around the world. One of this, if they see say you're not too democratic or corruption too high, they can situation there, they can bring them things there and try for control. 3, now how you share your international travel data. US require all countries forget a link from, for instance, the customs and immigration with the yonder. So then we will sit down yonder and see whether they enter and come out. So if they get a suspect, they can easily able to know say this person be last day in a salon, this person be last day. So how you able to share that information then? I'm looking at all this. I'm a little surprised even why Sierra Leone name they come up repeatedly, because if you look at the border situation, America not ever really flagged Sierra Leone yet for a flagrant display of naked border insecurities. I not see that. Normally, with any country where they put on this list, you go don't see pointers, you go don't see signs say this will happen. We not really see that yet. When it comes to corruption, this and that. Now recently Sierra Leone passed the MCC was supported by government, by US. And MC one of the requirements is not how it you defeat corruption. So how like few months ago you say this country don't qualify, then another like the few days later you say no. So there are surprises why Sierra Leone they find itself on this list.
So, Doc, people them go want for understand. I mean, you just don't mention saying in democratic situations, make some people and they consider. But then Sierra Leone recently passed the MCC scorecard. But if you go back to June 2023, around that from June 2023 to December 2023, that Anthony Blinken have been U.S. Secretary of State. Then been pull out another press release where been say then they impose travel restrictions them on certain individuals them we and been there inside the alleged rigging of elections. Them. So people go and get that perspective, say if they think the non begin be back, so we not for surprise again why then they impose a general ban.
Yeah,
So it's like thoughts on that.
Yeah, so that one didn't happen, and I agree. That one day was just after the elections.
Okay.
And normally, what the US can do, they target the politicians who are responsible for them. They're not targeted sanctions to the day. But this one, now what they talk about, this is not targeted sanction. This is on the entire population. When they talk about business people, the way one go look for businesses for Sierra Leone. We will talk about students, the way one go study. We will talk about a broad spectrum of people then from Sierra Leone. That one will be happen. Yes, absolutely. Like I make a talk, I say in the beginning, I said that they look at democracy. How did they use this as one of the arsenals or as one of the tools then at their hand for make sure the countries then follow their own norms then.
Okay, so
but one thing we get for be cautious again about other reasons here where I don't give. There is here whole water for past US presidents and government, because US get standards, US get procedures, US get principles. Normally now these principles US they follow. And you know those international principles or standards, you know they change from government to government. Each government we can uphold them. They can go because these are written laws, even if they are not written, but they are implied, and so they all they do.
So that
Trump, let me finish. Yeah. Trump, however, is different. So now in America they say we for be very cautious. Trump, however, is different. One, Trump don't come. He is not following what the US plan do. He vote against EU recently. We know that he voted against EU recently. He decided with Russia right now against Ukraine, implicitly, even if not explicit. It often during the last time it called countries the shithole countries, which you know, black countries. So Trump, the way Trump they do things is a little different. I would be more worried if not be Biden in time this happen, or even if now Marco Rubio way they call now in president, now another Republican. But Trump is a little different. You know they follow rules just like that. So I would be very cautious.
Doc, the thing where they concerned about and the thing where they actually still worry me is you don't talk say now international standards them this way US said it's kind for uphold. These are norms the way they practice. Not a way government change them we can change them.
Exactly.
But how come you get country like Sierra Leone where they under the sharply restricted list, and then you get country like Guinea where now a very very dictatorial regime right now and not they on the list. So if now about democracy they may make them put salon there. Why country like Guinea not they on that
good
list?
Point. I was going to say that as well. Good point. Not to just Guinea, you get Mali, you get Burkina Faso, you get all these other countries that we know on this list when military regimes. So I tell you, I say Trump is different. And so I come back to that point. Say Trump is different. I mean, I'm not going to say Sierra Leone perfect. I'm not going to say Sierra Leone clean, innocent, because there are certain things that we US they look for. We will not still get and write it. For instance, we don't introduce the biometric passport in 2019. But one of the requirements for that is for being linked to the NCRA data. So anybody we get, at least we know say he was born here, they get this identification, get this one number where they identify wherever you go, we're able to trace her. We are still struggling with that. We not get that right yet. Another thing is, like I said earlier, US they expect say Sierra Leone and many other countries for share immigration data with them online. They call it API systems. We say we are in somebody they can enter here instantaneously. They're able to know. We're still struggling with that. I will give you an example. Recently I visit Ghana, Accra. I they go through immigration. Where the guy scan my passport. Now he say welcome back. He say you don't come here so many times. They ask me. He said now this hotel you stay again. I dey travel per year more than 4 or 5 times na Lunge International Airport. Every time the immigration officer they ask me which you get for stay. Then one time I ask her, I say you not get that information. He said we not they say again no. We see that they don't pass, it don't pass. So we get these things, we get some things that we'll get for work on, we get some things that we'll get for we'll struggle with. So but these things are corrective measures. I know for don't be too surprised if we be there on the yellow list. We go say I give you 60 days for correct these things.
So that's the concern again. You just don't mention say inadequate passport security. Now another issue back we make countries them appear on this list here. But then we get countries them we now like Sierra Leone, take Liberia for example. Liberia back get the same issues of inadequate passport security owing to the fact say it's either one, they don't move it to a biometric system, or two, then still they struggle for get funds for provide the entire information we then go need for link them to a digital system. We go make this easier and then link up with US data. But then you get country they like Liberia, actually they're on the list of countries them or on the list to Sierra Leone day. So that's the concern with people and they get why is it if this is actually the
so
case.
this list back the
So
from thing. I see another list who say Liberia day, and I was confused. I said Liberia and America na una picky. How una not go help her for be compliant? So I see another. So then list here, and I make her say we got to be cautious that looking at this list here. But that no invalidate the question. But the list they all over the place. It's not consistent. You go see some na 41 countries, you see some na 43 countries. I see one list when only 5 countries there in that amber, that orange group. I see another one when 10 countries where includes Sierra Leone. So the list they all over the place.
Yeah, but Doc, so my concern is this. It's still this. We actually get a rigid reason why make them put Sierra Leone on that orange sector, or you feel say, is it really about all which you don't talk, or you feel say US just they use them no more as a yardstick for let them able for the countries them for align with them foreign interests?
So for Sierra Leone, I'm saying for the fact say they not publish anything yet because when they publish, they get forget the reasons why. One thing we will let for actually sit down is like okay, probably we'll talk about this later, but the foreign diplomatic department, the foreign ministry also, they actually need for dig this out immediately. Let them not even wait until this thing they out.
Yeah, they don't the foreign minister Timothy Kaba don't actually extend hand to the US ambassador. He say you want let them sit down talk for understand why make Sierra Leone on the list. I don't know if you don't. Yeah,
no, I don't know about that, but that's not very good proactive. That's what is supposed to happen right now.
Okay.
But engage them here, but not only here, also engage them also in the US. We get an ambassador, they go, they engage, and let us try find out why are we there. Because other yardstick the way US they normally use for put somebody on there. I don't see who another thing where they can look at is how often you they deny you deportees. For instance, if they want deport person, then you country they ask you. I remember at one time, I think was it a few years ago, it don't take small. There were some Sierra Leoneans so that they want to bring here, Sierra Leone resist somehow. Those are the things they look at. But Sierra Leone not notoriously known for that. For say if they want to bring back Sierra Leoneans, we resist. I mean, we don't receive people that we're not even Sierra Leoneans. They bring them there because they get Sierra Leone passport. We don't receive them. So looking at everything, I don't really see whose side Sierra Leone don't go extremely wrong. Let be on this list.
Alright, they'll continue for the week to Famulem. We they open the phone line now for let we get on our perspectives them on why wanna feel say like Sierra Leone actually come on this list here. The draft list will come on and waiting are your thoughts basically on this visa restriction them and waiting you feel say lead we to this. And the phone line, the number for call now 072-641-729 Famulem 072-641-729. You can call and contribute and on why you feel say this is actually the case. So as we go for that, Doc. So here's the thing.
Let raise one point to not be raised again. Another reason why US can put somebody on this list. Visa overstays. This I don't know much about. I don't know Sierra Leone record or how is it. But if a country notorious for say, then they go visit and they don't come back, or then they stay. The US give them 3 months, 6 months. They stay. They can also try for put that country on the list. Say these people are where they can, they know they follow the laws, they know they go back. I don't see it to say US don't flag Sierra Leone for that. There are innuendos, they gossip, then they say where government programs they come, people they can go, then they go, they know they come back. But I don't really like get out on the news yet, or not just news in anywhere yet to say US clearly flags Sierra Leone as one of the.
Alright, Doc. So we don't hear some of the things now way from your perspective. We go don't make US they consider for put certain countries and list them and how then they segment them into whether or not this we don't want to let you come now we country at all or you go come but you know they actually able for come easily and other one them with the give on a 60-day window for long are able for solve issues. Now generally on these things them here where they be what do you feel say how this get for affect country like Salon if we get a final list we come on and Sierra Leone actually they on any of the 3 segments them of the list?
That's a good question. What's going to be the impact? We get both political and economic impact.
Okay, what's in a naming for family?
We get impact to the affect the power makers, the president, the this, the that.
Okay.
They will get the impact will probably go affect we all.
Okay.
I mean, to me, the greatest cost, the greatest impact politically. Now, we're to get for be back here home, because this is not like a tool to opposition, to people that to detractors. For tell them, say, hey, these guys here, they poor image out there. These guys, they will protect your image there. We get very bad image. And they make America don't drive we. If you not take things in other countries, they get for drive we. I'm just surprised I don't hear that yet a lot. I'm very surprised I don't hear that yet. But this now this will be the number one really cost to any government if this happen. What it happen back home. But besides that, other political risks involved. Basically, this is like saying, we don't. The people that from this country are not desirable here. We don't want them here. We don't need them here. Normally, when that happen, other countries go start begin follow. Again, I go bring the caution of Trump, because Trump right now not supposed way they in good standing with European Union, for instance. So probably I don't feel say European countries that when at the other destination for Sierra Leoneans, so they go out there go follow. But another cost could be that. Once Trump US don't say this, other countries there, even if they don't outrightly come and say we don't need that again, but they say go begin tighten up how they give visa to you, how they. So those are the political costs.
So people them go and wonder. I mean, this whole issue been non-grab. You've been the follow on the case of Just Lydikas and the drug issue. You feel say one of the factors them we go don't affect your image out there. And why, if that's the case, why is it that country like Netherlands will be actually be the first country for move and gets any type of scrutiny with Salon, but now US governments come? I am not saying that is the case, but if that contributed to smearing our image.
So now. All that have been put under they say how we control your border, how easy it is for people to come in and go out. You remember? I said,
yeah, we put that. Yes, but the
so
question is, if that's the case, look, if that is the case, you get a country like Turkey now with the same person being transit through, and a name not there on that list, there on the side with Sierra Leone. Yet, it been there for a while before it came here. So how tight is their border, and why Sierra Leone for suffer this kind of case? So you get countries and we are exempted from this issue.
So the tightness of the border not just one point. There are so many points, like I say. So Turkey probably the border might not be tight, but they get other things. Probably they share information with US. There are so many other things we will make the put country on. The drug business, it's something I had to. I don't know. I'm not going to say it's true or false. I don't know the person ever. Na ya asiam. But I go accept. I go acknowledge. Say yes. I see the Dutch news. Where actually identifies this not a Dutch person, they need that here, they want that here. That's a possibility that could have contributed to that. It's a possibility. I'm not going to outrightly say it's not or it is. It's a possibility because but all fall back under that same category where we say how easy it is for let somebody come on in your country and get here, and how easy it is for come here and go, how easy it is for establish a home here, and how easy it is for let stay here and do bad to other countries. For instance, terrorism, those things. Those are the things America they look at.
Okay, so where the economic impact? What in this go mean for we businessman them we go and do business or so, for Sierra Leone generally?
So many economic impacts in there. The most obvious one, especially in the long run, now the remittances. I mean, it's bad when Sierra Leoneans they come out, go abroad, go US for go work. That brain real, it's bad. However, this economy greatly depends on that. With the people that way they under, including myself, the amount of money we they send back home in millions every year. And if they can't say now people they know they go, over time, this will go down. It will affect the economy now.
Okay.
Then those people that way they under, most of them they try for bring their family there over, they try for bring the family for come visit them, this and that. If this continue to happen, it create problem for them people there because they are not able to bring their family over or their friends are not able to go visit. So there are so many ways to get for impact to it. Business is there. Most foreign direct investment, the person not just left under and know about Sierra Leone and know about this business. Now local businesses sometimes they attend conferences, go do presentations here, talk about Sierra Leone, sell Sierra Leone. So if this continue to happen, businesses don't go foreign direct investment in the long run could be affected. Because we're not going to get them one that we're knowledgeable on Sierra Leone for go out there and go sell Sierra Leone image, except government officials.
Okay.
So those are some of the costs that we go impact to. Education, for instance, we need education from US, from other countries there, especially in certain areas like medical, those other places. We need their education. But now, if they can't say student visa, will not give. Will they deprive the younger generation we get for be leaders tomorrow for go get that land in the way they need for bring back Naya. So education we will suffer there.
But
So
the people them they wonder if in at all US recently passed US recently take a move say then go forget an open door policy then really want for attract international students then for go study over yonder. And you think say the F1 visa, the students visa get for be amongst the factors them amongst the list of
this
visas
is a
them will
blanket.
go be
Yeah, this is a
sharply
blanket.
restricted.
If this that particular group where they talk about Amber, if it go through, if it's true, if that blanket, yes, it covers students. It will affect students, it will affect businesses, it will affect now you the one we just go and go bluff and see America and cap. It affects everybody.
So waiting go differentiate between the one them where they under the red list now and the one that where they under the orange list. The one that where they totally banned and the one that where a sharp visa restriction.
Yeah. Well, the red list that they banned, you are not going anywhere. Yeah, they don't restrict them seriously. So now only very few cases will go through. It go be much. They become much more difficult than previously. Forget the visa for go through.
All right. So Doc, with all this what we done here now, waiting we get with first caller. Hello caller, your name and who side you call from?
Hello, yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, how you buddy?
Thank God.
Yes, waiting
Well,
wait your name and who side you call from?
This is Almami Kanu from IMAT.
Okay.
They do follow up on the tutor program concerning the registration of the visa on Sierra Leone.
Okay.
Like, I get some areas, even though I'm late, I hope today, but like I get some areas and where I meet up where really touching, where myself feel to say, now then areas and they bring up about this Sierra Leone into this list here.
Okay.
So now I want you to take a look.
Caller, make them quick, like 30 seconds.
The get some we are way in talk say based on the country, how they rule the country and the safety of the country, how people then will come and get salon passports for travel in and out of the country. So like that no will be safe. So like I just follow you but very recently we get some people and when are foreigners them like we see Lebanese man or other nations they can come then we see they post them passport then they went with foreign names them salon passports. We done a very, very difficult way. We successful citizens and we not able to understand how confident that can be.
Okay.
Like citizens that can go at the immigration for getting passport and it's difficult for them. Why is it for they get the access for me they get the passport then they
Alright.
So if you not safe thing but that's if it is safe for
Okay.
Sierra Leone
Okay, caller. Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Doc, you go and respond on that.
Yeah, so that this they talk about the link between the biometric passport and the NCRA registration.
Okay.
This is somewhere we get for work hard on because the NCRA then they begin track you from birth. From when you don't born, you get that NCRA number till you die. That's not one number. If you, what would they be perfect the link between that and the passport? Now anybody will get passport to go able to know if they are born or not. They are born. It's so I don't know Sierra Leone constitution which is so it's so difficult for just say because based on the person a name not a Sierra Leone. I mean maybe you go look at me and say maybe Mina Fula or what.
I was saying a Lebanese.
You see, well, I am a Sierra Leone. I mean I'm in there for sure of course. So names you're not gonna just look at names and say the person that is Sierra Leone. People they get different ways, different backgrounds, different sources of names. So but I they insist again say the link between the NCRA registration, that we registration number, will equivalent to the US where they get the social security number, where they track you everywhere, and with passport we need for improve that, we need for work on that.
Yeah, we get. Hello caller, your name and who side they call from?
Nina David Tusadege, they call from Hill Station.
Okay, Mr. David, carry on.
Yes, so I know for labor much on the causes because I we don't do that. I think we need to look on the way forward now as a country.
Okay.
Get orientation what and what we should do and what's not to do. So I think we'll go back to 2020. I think the latest scenario, Salome don't get imposed on the visa ban.
Okay.
Everything goes down there because of we compliance, integrating immigration, repatriation, and other things. So it gets to see that. For me, I feel like recently we're getting deportation crisis now USA, and sometimes I also due to it in 2020, and the same thing they want to do now. And it's okay, well, because alone they don't do this before, now they want to do back, no, do the same thing. I think before improve immigration compliance, where the government they cooperate with the US deportation law and try to see how best we go to ease tension between citizens.
All right.
Okay, secondly, we get to look at the public awareness and policy. Currently, if you look at what's happened with Unisa Amadou, the youth envoy, we get to say as someone in the government, they collect money, corruption for for promise they travel with them and stuff like that. So all letting and itself can help for make the country as a whole we get the issue there. So I think we recommend to get public awareness and policy reform where we tell citizens the right way this to apply for visa. Not go through this way, not go through this way. So if citizen gets this mentality where they give visa, now so and so for worker, I think we don't get this negative name out there, we will get a clear path going forward.
All right, Mr. David, thank you very, very much for your contribution, sir.
Yes. So let's just continue. Let me continue in the line now. I think.
Yes. Let me continue. I think citizens and non-begin come with recommendations them now. So let me to underline the dog. What do you think on that?
The very first thing we them for do, the very first thing where I express it for there, but you don't confirm and say that diplomatic war where they for go on now. Try for engage the US locally here and also in.
Quoting Mr. David said.
Yes, engage them. Try for find out why this is happening and try for see if. Since you not come out, this is a rumor for us. Probably we go even able to avert this, ever come out. It's a possibility.
Sure. Because Rubio need for confirm the list and approve first.
Yeah, but beyond that, we actually get some work for do. We get for strengthening with passport, like I say. So at least that traceability, how we're able to trace anybody with the carry with passport, how we're able to trace that to the origin. We therefore improve that.
But that go cost a lot of money. You feel say the government's in the position for undertake that day?
Now one of the objectives that we then create NCRA. They want everything for building. You drive. We go take driver's license now. You need NCRA number for able to take driver's license. Okay. So I think going forward, we get for strengthening that. We get for try for that. Also, Alekabi they talk about that international information sharing. I think US we for begin comply with US standards with this. Travel people that they travel, let US able get if they ask for information, even if they don't ask proactively. There are API systems, so you can join, also you put information on people that when they come in and go out. Those are subtle changes that I think we need for strengthening going forward. Okay. Then we try to get I don't know how we're going to do this right now, but let me try to get a register of Sierra Leoneans outside. This will help Sierra Leone.
And also you have to be able to get them kind with the store in a database.
Right now, you go Washington DC, you go now with embassy, you ask them how many Sierra Leoneans are there. I bet you they're not going to know how many Sierra Leoneans are there.
So waiting the ambassadors and the foreign bodies them outside where they represent.
Exactly. So this is what I'm saying. Then we need to do more at the embassies there for actually able to track with Sierra Leoneans there. Even if they are there illegally, let we know. Because if we able get them kind figures, we able get them numbers, so we able to trace with people there, and US the express we for work with them, we go able to work with them, we go able to improve the image to countries like
for do that the inside we embassies, then we need for starter at home. You know, say Sierra Leone gets a long history of inadequate data in people themselves.
Exactly.
Take go to the Ministry of Youth, for example. Try for see if you get a list of all registered youth organizations them, and 1-2 people go tell you say no, they actually get difficulty for get access to such to that particular data. So if we're not able to get or check na government website, some of them not they function well. So if some of them think they happen inside we own us, you feel say if we're not able to solve them, we go able to forget.
It's hard here. So many things that are difficult here, the finances, the technology, so many reasons and why it's hard here.
But how can we achieve it outside?
It will not be at that hard in the US, for instance. So many ways and the way you be able to do that in the US, for instance. I know one for can begin impong the ambassador or begin talk about things. No, but there are ways the way you go able to do if you want to know Sierra Leoneans with you go able.
But you need revenue generally, don't you?
Yes.
So how the embassy they able to get that revenue? That's my concern. When the revenue now from Sierra Leone they come as alone government, and currently we they get constraints them in terms of money business now the country. So that's my concern.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to revenue doing that, I know say the Sierra Leone, then they apportion money where they go to the embassies for the operation of the embassy. It's just about prioritizing and say, I want to do this, I want to do this.
Okay.
I know say far back in the past, embassies been not stranded and not get funds, but recently we haven't heard about that. Say this embassy not get funds. The government is same funds for the operations. It's just about how you go prioritize, how you go strategize. Say, this is what I want to achieve, this is what I want to achieve, this is what I want to achieve. And I feel see that register important for them actually able to know how many. Even good for even the embassies. If you know everybody, it's good for fundraising, it's good for bringing them together, it's good for passing with information. If you really get a register, you get all my email address, anything about Sierra Leone. When they come up from US, they can as a citizen. When you reach, they send them link to you register. Any US person here. Cough self happen at that embassy, they say information you get her.
So Doc, so with these concerns them now where they go on, here's my thoughts on it. You feel say at this very point here, if we can make them to that list today, the final list where they come in Sierra Leone, still make them to the list of countries and we get sharp visa restriction them. You think say we there in a position for let we able for quickly solve the problems then we'll lead we to that list
so
before
if you look at all the countries in the list especially the way New York Times put it. If you look at their countries then problems, most of the problems with their countries they will not get her. You take Yemen, war did it. You take Sudan, you know, if you take political instability did it. You take most of the countries, we did together with Russia, we're not American foe. We did together with Belarus, where Belarus they help Russia for attack Ukraine. So their problems we will not get them.
Yeah, but the Yemen are the red list and the Salon are the orange list.
Yes.
So
So
that's
go through the countries in the orange list. If you go through the countries in the orange list, the things that America they look at for blacklist person, they get a lot worse than Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone not really supposed for the in that group, except for maybe the thing where be raised about this Dutch guy will be there, except for things like that, because down they go over international news, it was notorious. But besides that, I don't see it over the news or over US media or in US political circles.
Wait, but inadequate passport security, where you been the talk about, say the idea, say we not even get a linked data with the US government, from we own NIA, we go they make them they scrutinize anybody we want go, or if we get enough data on somebody, we go make the enable forge passport. Things that within the next 3 months, say Sierra Leone make come to that list, we they in a position for solve that issue there.
So if they been put on the yellow list, for instance, most of them things are we will talk about. Yes, we're able to resolve them because these are things we are working on. We don't already create the biometric data. The passport, we're not a requirement. We're not one of the things that they look at. We don't already create it. We just need for each. So one problem we think about the one that way before the establishment of NCRA, the one that way before NCRA actually take hold, begin issue numbers. You will be get passport before that time. Your passport not get for be linked. Like me, you understand what I mean? Now the one the way they go take now, you make a law now. Anybody where they go take now passport now, you get forget this number. That's how we gradually replace. Or if your passport expire, you go for go replace her, you get forget this NCRA number, and that go force you for go to NCRA, and that go force you for proof say you're a citizen because NCRA get for ask you for providing birth certificate or your NACIT number. So there are steps where NCRA they take for ensure say you're a citizen. So going through that, yes, we're going. But those are things I feel say probably the next 3-4 years we don't get there.
What's not the possible thought we they get on the outcome we go come up between the foreign minister and that of the ambassador on Sierra Leone? I mean, you've been mentioned say you feel say not a good step. You feel say not the right approach than the we for don't use or we for don't wait. Say we
no. We don't wait. No. We don't wait. Absolutely go on the wall now. Try even if. Me, I go suggest that if Sierra Leone not been there on the list at all, but the fact that we see list like this they come out, I go still for don't advise the foreign minister say summon this guy or go meet her, go visit her and try to understand why so and so country they appear on this list, even though Sierra Leone not there. So we're able to take proactive measures. So now that Sierra Leone there, the right step they don't take, and I'm not going to let a limiter here. I also want a representative like US.
Yes, for me.
Yes, let it try for see anybody that have. State Department and try for know what they go on.
So if you been there in the minister in shoes now, I mean, family them go want for understand that part. They waiting at the steps them you go recommend for take at that particular juncture. They way for able for salvage this situation before going forth. I mean, this is from away from the general idea of what recommendations you'd give.
Yeah. So the very first thing as a minister, we in the minister supposed for do right now.
Assume say they listen you,
yeah,
watch you
let understand why even with the mention Sierra Leone, Madeke listed? The minister get for doing homework. They get for look at all the countries already and then listed there. They look at why they're supposed for there. They look at Sierra Leone and see why Sierra Leone not supposed for there. So they get for go. I don't say they get for listen. And they go more for listen than for really dictate to the man. Why Sierra Leone there? Let the ambassador or whosoever they meet with tell her why Sierra Leone there. Then from there we go down to able to take countermeasures, steps for address anything where that man will mention to and say this is the reason.
A minute on that, Doc. Hello, caller. Your name and who say they call from?
Yeah, this is the political consultant. They call from Kisi.
Okay, we there on the. So, whose recommendation you go make caller so government on this issue here?
Okay, well now.
Quick one.
Take a look at Sierra Leone very recently in the international work from the home. We see there is a lot of case on the drug side. Because very recently, even we ambassador to Guinea, they in a drug.
Okay. Caller, we know they get you. We know they get you fine.
Like I thought it would say the government services need for awareness on the state. We need for represent the country in the international world. That's helpful.
Okay. All right, caller. Thank you very much for your contribution. All right.
And as a solution, again, the other thing back we always for know is it's not just on government. I mean, we always quick for say government for do this, government for do this. We the citizens say we get a lot for do. For one, now we they go overstay. We can go with no Greek. I mean, most government don't really get much control over that. Why you going? I mean, you can say government for provide this, government for provide this, but still, that's one. Two, when they talk about political instabilities and the other things there, then the things that will happen in 2023, those things could have contributed. The strikes, killing of police people, they can't think that. So we self get that civic responsibility for ensure, say, let we project Sierra Leone as a peaceful country. Well, subject Sierra Leone as a law-abiding country. No, project Sierra Leone as a democratic country. If then things that they go out, I don't feel say US go get any cause for say they go put restriction on we.
Oh, okay, that's an interesting perspective. But the thoughts now with Economi in mind is, I mean, we have actually all this gets for only boiled down to whether or not this draft memo where they go around gets for be a finalized list. So what are your final input where you go get to fumble them now on this entire issue with Dombi?
So again, they say let we treat her with caution. One, now rumor. It's not really final. It's not now leak. Now newspaper they pull out. Those newspapers, you know, we question that they are reputable. The New York Times hardly get something wrong. I therefore say that. But now rumor still.
Yeah, because different media outlets can get different. Them.
Yeah.
Within Reuters,
the information not uniform. You they get one media outlet, not even get Sierra Leone on any of the in any of the groups. We they get one we put Sierra Leone the advisory group. They will get another we put Sierra Leone this tough group. So let we treat her with caution. And finally, another reason why we for treat her with caution is the government what we get now. You know, so they can cool, level-headed US governments what we don't get in the past, where they follow procedures, they follow principles. No, the government will get now quite a little bit erratic. They can do anything, and if you later withdraw, nobody questions it. So we get reasons for be cautious. But I haven't said that. I agree with the minister. If what he tell me say that true, they don't attempt for get a meeting with the ambassador. I haven't said that yes. So I leave for go on a serious attack right now, diplomatic attack right now with the Americans. For let we try for understand why even we name the float at all on any of them this year. Let we try for get.
And on a final thought, waiting. I mean, you were all waiting the big, but yet we know you're from the ambassador to USA. They try for reach out and we say it been there in position. We say it been there. Why we know you hear anything from an office? You get any perspective on that?
Well, the ambassador they report to the State Department, right? The State Department and get for Senate. Just like how we get the foreign ministry. Now the foreign ministry and State Department, so we get for
yeah, I mean the ambassador to USA from Sierra Leone.
Oh, with Sierra Leone ambassador out there.
Yes, I mean basically then thing them where they happen now more from your end before they get perspectives.
Yeah, so the reason why you know go don't able to say anything is because we all go down here at the same time. Now leak. Not to official channel.